Okay guys, so it looks like we got a bit of a break in the weather again today, but I don't really trust it to get cracking on the big section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue along like I did yesterday. I got this area cleaned up. I'm going to work along the hull here, cleaning up the other bits and pieces. So this is the one I'm going to do next. You can see it's taken a knock here. Doesn't look like the biggest scar in the world, but it's very, very important if you've got a balsa cord boat. If it's had any imperfections like this, I mean, especially if it's under the waterline. This is above, but still needs checking to make sure that no water has got through to the balsa core, because that will cause rot, which will spread throughout the boat. So we're going to open up this section, and then I'm going to move along. There's another little dent here with a small cracking, and then I've got some bigger sections here at the front.
We are Davy and Erica, an adventurous couple who has taken on the challenge of a lifetime. We are rebuilding a hurricane-damaged catamaran, and we are starting to see progress of all our hard work. Subscribe to our channel to follow our journey. When faced with a challenge, look for a way, not a way out.
So these have been repaired, so I'm hoping they're repaired by the same guy that did the sugar scoop, because that looks pretty good over there. It looks like the same finish, so the guy probably did these jobs on this side while someone else works on the other side, and he did a pretty good job on the sugar scoop. So gonna open up these three areas, and it doesn't matter too much if it rains. There's also one other spot here that I found. When I was doing my test areas to find out where the damage was, I found this. If you can see the discoloration in there, and I have ground it back a little bit just here, but this isn't a fail from a hurricane. This is a factory fail where the resin didn't get to the right part. So as soon as I've found it, I'm going to repair it. So that's the mission for this morning. So I'm going to stick this thing on time lapse and get the sanders and grinder out before it starts raining again. All right, so that only took about, what, 10 minutes? I worked from the middle and I worked out, and I feathered it at the same time, so I've got a nice angle coming in. This area here now is good. It was delaminated, but it stopped before the balsa core. There is, I can see under here, nothing's got to the balsa core. There's still a layer of glass and matting over the core, so that one there is going to be good to glass up. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so I want to show you this one as I wipe it over with acetone. I've wiped it once, but missed over. So this one, even though it looked like basically a smaller impact, is actually a much bigger repair. This was the actual area. I could see a slight darkening in here, so it's possibility that there is some water inside the balsa. Also up here, and you see it's just lots of cracks and cracks and cracks. It's gone all the way up to here, and it looks, now I've washed it, I didn't see this before, now it's gone washed with acetone, it looks like here as well. So I'm gonna concentrate on the middle, and I'm gonna work my way out on these, just to find out exactly where the delamination area is, and I'm probably gonna have to chase up further here as well. But let's find out by actually getting back onto the grinder. Just wanted to show you what I found once I removed the gel coat. That's the easiest way to see the real extent of a damage. As you can see, it started as a tiny little scratch or a crack, and then that's what you've got underneath. That's the importance of getting it fixed quickly if you do have a little dink in your boat. Okay, so I wanted to show you the process here. This is definitely turning into a large repair. As we've just mentioned, the small crack is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So let's wipe this over with acetone. I want to show you throughout the process of me chasing this off. Not just a time lapse. I mean, that's fine for the grinding. No one wants to watch too much grinding. But you notice here, that's where the small crack was. Below it was very dark and the balsa looked a bit messed up, but it's actually not too bad below it. But then you see here, I'm now chasing up and up and up. So I'm going to keep with the chasing, but just wanted to show you this side here that had like the moon shape on it a minute ago. That's come back nicely. I have exposed the balsa a little bit. So if it rains, I'm going to have to cover this up. Or if the weather stays with us, I think what I'll do is I'll stop going down the rest of the boat, and I'll just continue and actually patch this today to keep the weather out for the next few days. So let's go back to the time lapse and keep exposing this till we find the edges. all I can say is wow. Look at the size of that compared to the tiny little scratch that we had. Now it's ready to put back together. All the edges are feathered. We were quite lucky that the balsa's not actually rotten. It was the top very skimmed, so I've skimmed about 2 mil off of the balsa, if that, some places less. And it was starting to rot, so I had some water in there at some previous point, or maybe just seeping in slowly. But we got lucky, we got this done. She's nice and dry and nice and solid, so we can definitely do a big repair on that. Just didn't think it was going to be a patch that big when I first started. That goes to show. I know I just said that this was ready for repair, but I've decided I want to give it a quick buzz over just with some 60 grit sandpaper, take off some of these other edges. I will put the thickened epoxy in first before putting the matting. But anyway, I just want to give it one more quick go before I'm happy with it. Alright, so everything's ready, everything's prepared, and I'm starting to prepare the glass. So I've got it here on the table. Done my big outline. I laid plastic out first. I've now put that back outside because it looks like it might rain. That is the outside line basically. So, big one. And then I'm going to work through and cut them smaller, smaller, smaller. I am going to lay this one, big one first. And then I'm going to get smaller, smaller, smaller. Now, I know some of you are going to tell me I should lay it small to big. But when I do that, okay, 50% of you tell me I should lay it the other way around. So I can't win, which either way. And to be honest, there is a really good explanation of why I like to do it. And that's from Andy from Boatworks today, as to why I think it is. But if you've got something to say about it, feel free to say something in the comments. I really don't mind. It's literally 50-50, and it's just the way it is with people these days. If you get 10 experts, 5 will say it do big to small, 5 will say small to big. So I'm just doing it my own way. Sometimes I do small to big, sometimes I do big to small. It depends on the repair. This one here, I am going to go definitely big to small, and then I'm cutting an extra big to go on the top again to laminate on the top of it. So that's the way I'm doing it. If you disagree, put it in the comments. If you agree, also please put it in the comments. And also, if you disagree, tell me why and show me why. Show me a link to somebody that has a better explanation than Andy does. Okay? Okay, so that's the final layup done. It's actually 11 layers in total. So I'm going to go big to smaller to smaller to smaller. There's an extra big here, which I'm going to lay on the top afterwards. Super happy with the way that's turned out everywhere else on the boats. That's the way I'm going to do it again today. You can see behind me, the hole is patched. So it's taken me best part of a day basically, but that's from revealing the hole to patching the hole. Of course, we've still got the touch up to do with the fairing filler, but I'm pretty happy there. It's looking nice and solid. That's going to be a nice strong repair. Okie dokie.
So what you up to, babe?
So we're going to mix up a bit of this fairing filler. This is something that we managed to source locally, not have imported. Some of you guys might recognize this. Apparently it is a US product, but we can buy it here. And it comes in at a pretty good price. I think it works out about $18 per gallon. It's 2-part epoxy. Working time on it is only about 3 to 5 minutes, and then it sets hard. 25 minutes later you can start the sanding. So it's a good little product. How to play with it on the other side. You do need to be ready to go. So gloves on, spreaders ready, everything, you know, prepared. Got my hardener. I've already cleaned the surface that we're actually going to doing a bit of filling on as well. So
I came down here because we're going to answer a couple questions that we've got on the comment section from the last week's video. How long do you think we'll be on the hard? We got that question quite a bit. How long do you think we'll be on the hard?
How long do we think we'll be on the hard? Well, Erica would like to be back in for her birthday. Don't think that's going to happen. So that's a difficult one to answer. A few people have asked us this. The biggest problem being things do tend to take a lot longer than you expect them to take. Things that they take, if you need to order something in, it takes 3 weeks. So the answer is, I don't really know. I think maybe another couple of months, to be honest. It's not only our project, but it's also with little sister next door. We've got the 2 boats that we're working both on together.
I want to be back in the water by my birthday if possible, so I don't know.
So I might just put her in the dinghy and send her out to sea on her birthday with a cake and a candle.
That's not fair.
Hey Stephen, what's up? What's with the big thumbs up?
Send her to sea!
Send her to sea.
As you saw in our Wednesday episode, we were talking about the cracks in the bricks. I'm really not happy with the cracks. So hopefully we will get those jack stands soon. Thank you to everyone who's reached out and helped and gave some advice of what to do and going forward with this. Hopefully we will get them soon. We'll keep you posted ASAP as that happens. Slap it on.
Slap it on.
I thought you said it only has 3 minutes. You gotta go quicker, babe. Quicker, 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 quicker.
Stress me out when I'm doing this.
Where's your fairing board?
I'll do that on the next run. This stuff here, you just build it up little by little.
Another question for you, babe.
All right.
So why do we always look so tired?
Because we are tired. It's a hard life. Oh, where's my side?
Yeah.
Why do we always look tired? One, it's sunny, which makes us squint when we're on camera, because we always want the sun in front of us to give you the best light angle. So that's probably part of it. The other one is, yes, we are actually physically tired. We're not having many days off. We're just trying to get this project done.
And don't worry, guys. So I have bought, because so many people have said, why does Davy have such big black eyes? I have bought him eye cream. So lately he has been using eye cream and putting it on. I don't know if you've noticed, but there might be a difference there.
So thanks everybody. Now I have to put cream on. You ruined my life.
It's probably for the best, but... So the last question for this episode, we did get a question. Someone asked, why do I sound Australian sometimes? So I did live in Australia for a couple years. I had a working holiday visa. I tend to pick up accents easily. I then lived in New Zealand for a couple years, and then now I live with Davy. So the English accent, they all tend to wear off on me, and that's why some things I say tend to sound a little bit funny, a little bit Australian. But I am in fact Canadian, just to clarify that.
I said, and by the way, just to add into that what Erica was saying, I'm actually English, not Australian.
And not South African.
And not South African, Mr. South Africa.
Mr. South Africa.
So I get lots of comments, well, where's Davy from? But yeah, I am English, but I'm very similar to Erica. It depends on who we're hanging around with. I pick up accents. So at the moment, I'm probably starting to sound like Stephen, the older Oompa Loompa.
Can you do the Oompa Loompa dance, Stephen?
Oh, can you do an Oompa Loompa dance?
It's like Oompa Loompa doo-ba-dee doo. No, that's not quite.
That's not an Oompa. Oompa Loompa's this one.
Oompa Loompa.